Hey everybody, hope all is well. So another episode of ATC about those comments. So I did a video on Simply Said, the main channel. Another woman gone due to a dangerous Dusty who roamed and followed her home. So this is the one who he followed her home. She barely got inside. So she went inside. He basically like trailed her. So as the door almost closed, he just kind of got inside and followed her. My thing is, ladies, when you're going in like that, sometimes as you're going in, go ahead and just push the door. If you live in that kind of building, push the door behind you to make sure it locks. And if somebody, they live there, then guess what? You don't always want somebody behind you. Sometimes just kind of stop and let that person see what they're going to do. That's the wise thing to do. So here I want to kind of go over some comments. None your business says he was homeless. So basically, for those who may not have seen the video, he saw her, got into her apartment, didn't steal anything, just stabbed her like multiple times. Someone called. I think they may have heard a scream. The police came, they found him. I think he was hiding under the bed with blood on his clothing, stabbed multiple times. Nothing was taken. So that the hatred for women is real. Here at None Your Business says he was homeless and needed a place to stay, so he went ahead and guaranteed himself a spot for the next 50 years. That could be it too. I think it's also a lot of times self-hatred, hatred for women. Again, men like this here, they're cowards. They're not going to go ahead and, unless they have a gun, ladies lay their hands on another man because they don't want to really box up like that. So they try to definitely victimize women and children. For the Love of Beauty says, do not spare someone's feelings for your safety. Keep salt in your pockets and care less what they think about you being cautious. That is so true. And I hadn't thought about that. Something like that, man. You see somebody coming up on you, if you got some salt, heck, throw it in their eyes. I had not thought about that because my understanding is in New York, you can't have a gun. You have to really be connected or know someone. Nacho Mammy says one news report states that he's been arrested 7 times over the last 7 years. Why is he on the street? But we need we need Dusty reform as more than ever before. This murder is a result of liberal policies. I totally agree. No bail, low bail. Just let him out of jail. No bail, low bail, letting violent criminals out because you want to abolish prisons, etc. The newly elected DA has decided not to prosecute armed robbery as a felony, but as a misdemeanor. Unbelievable. And this is just the beginning. It's extremely difficult for a law-abiding citizen to obtain a weapon in New York. Definitely agreed. You have to be connected. That's my understanding. And now I'm wondering if he is an illegal, like the one who raped a woman on a train in Philadelphia, while passengers filmed and watched for 30 minutes. Our sick society. Sick society. People watched and filmed. Yeah. D_Paris. Yeah. And no one intervened. Nacho Man gave more information, said his name is Fiston Noy, Ngoy, and he is an illegal from Congo. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, here, so Feminine One says, I'm living in fear and I live outside the stand. He stabbed her 40 times. They said it's mental illness, but listen to Tina knows they're harmless. Tina knows, don't know what you're talking about, honey, because you are living in a whole different reality. Do you even watch the news? So that right there, love Beyonce, but honey, mama, you might need to sit that one down. And it amazes me. I don't understand. I'm going to have, I don't understand. Lisa Florence says Tina knows the woman needs to be canceled. It amazes me. If you are watching the news, how do you not see all of the violence against women and why aren't these so-called women like Tina knows speaking up? But mammyism goes way back. They will stand. I keep telling you, in the Black community, the Black man is the princess. He's the princess. This one here says, don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Yeah, this is the behavior that Kevin Samuels and the Black manosphere promotes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm down with Down to Earth, who says, keep your head in a swivel, follow your gut, take self-defense classes, strap up, practice shooting monthly, and fight like hell. We're in the fight of our lives. And again, Tina knows I would love for you to come to the defense of Black women who support you and your daughter, Beyonce. I would love for you to come to the defense of Black women who are carrying the community on their backs. If we were to leave tomorrow and leave the Black community, guess what? It would starve out. Because it sure as hell can depend on these men. They are killing out our wealth. That's what they're doing. They're taking our lives senselessly. And Lethea Arsenault said it correctly. I totally agree. There have been so many homeless men killing upwardly mobile women. I wonder why. Are these men jealous of successful women? Hell yeah, they are. Yes. Tina knows where's a documentary for about Black women every 5.5 hours. Anybody. But no, that's the BC. Miss Tanya says, about the stereotypes. Tina Knowles needs to seriously cancel herself in that damn documentary. No, really, I totally agree. I totally agree. Dusty Black Man says, I've had people walk in behind me. I always ask, you live here? Especially if they don't have a key. And that I have to agree. Now, here's the one I'm going to go ahead and end on this here because this will go on and on and on. And I got to go. Brown Foxy, a regular contributor here with the emails. And thank you for everyone. I have a busy schedule. As you know, I work for myself, so I try to get in where I can. Brown Foxy says, simply, I'm sorry to say, and let's talk about this. I'm sorry to say most white women, and I'm assuming AW Asian women, are very careless. I'm from NYC and I see them all the time walking with their headphones on or iPods, face deep in their phones, not paying attention. We're talking about white women and Asian women. Her comment. They always seem to be alone traveling at night. She should have heard and felt dude behind her. 6 flights of stairs, walk up apartment, no elevator. I walk with my mini hammer. Girl, hit him with a hammer. I don't play. These bums are out of pockets. The Blast Hill neglect causes too. Rest in peace to her still. Now, let's get to this part right here. Brown Foxy. I'm sorry to say, most white women and Asian women are careless. And she sees them all the time walking with their headphones and iPods. You want to know why they're careless? Because they can afford to be. They're not used to Blackistan. Says Black women, we already know no one has our back. Okay, we already know to keep our head on the swivel because why? In Blackistan, Black women and children are constantly under savage attack by Dusties. We are the unprotected class. Okay, so they can be engrossed in their iPod or their phone. Why? They are in a society that's totally different than ours. It operates the opposite of Blackistan. Okay, when something happens to those women, you're not gonna find some white man or some Asian man going, "Oh, well, they said they strong and independent. Well, strong, she gonna protect herself. They said they don't need no man." That's only dusty logic. That's the talking points of a low performing, inferior, subjugated man. They say those things, why? To validate their inaction. That's my opinion. They say those things to validate their inaction because they ain't gonna do shit. They're not about this. They're seriously, it's expression. But yeah, those women, they can afford to be because in their community, they are respected and they are protected. So walking around with a swivel, let a Black man roll up an Asian town on one of these Asian women. You see how they're fighting for them. So in Blackistan, it's different. The Black women, we're on our own, so we already know we got to keep our head on the swivel. We got to look out for Letitia and Tyrone. Their communities, when you look at our community, their communities are safe from fear. Does crime happen? Yes, but not on the same level. So that is why they can do that. Their men are not constantly trying. You'll have an incident that may occur. Of course, crime occurs in all cultures, but their men are not constantly waking up feeling mad and angry and mad at the one that's carrying your ass. Some of these same men, the men that are committing these crimes, you think they're starving to death? Mammy's taking care of them. Girlfriend, mammy, you and I taking care of them because a lot of them eating off the EBT. But yes, I'm sorry, she says, most white women and Asian women are careless. They can afford to be because their men are protecting them. Their men, they're providing for them. They're not sitting up being unfruitful while they're building. We got a whole set of dust buckets, unemployed, can barely read out the cat in the hat book, and you just on YouTube all day, and they're talking about black women's, and knowing it's a black woman that's providing with 3 hots in a cottage. She ain't providing it, the state is providing it. But those women, they can afford to be careless because they don't live in Blackistan. Their men operate on a totally different level, and they don't complain about being a provider and a protector. And they don't try to live off their women collectively. So yeah, they have their headphones and iPods on because they know in their community they are respected, they're protected. Black women is the exact opposite. You holding it down financially, having to take care of the kids on your own and pay all the bills, and then you look up any minute you could get God. All it takes is an angry chocolate drop. So yeah, that there, they do that because they can. Their men have taken a stand, and those men have taken a stance on protection, providing for their families. But when you have men that can't do that, they refuse to do it, they are coddled. I hate to say it, there's a right and a wrong way to do things, and it's like the BC is just stuck on doing it the wrong way. It's like saying 1 and 1 is 2. Well, hell no, I want it to be 5. I want it to be 5. 1 and 1 is 2. Everybody knows 1 and 1 is 2, but you. And the BC, we keep putting down 1 and 1 equal 5, and wonder why your ass don't pass the test. Really? So yeah, I'm gonna end on that note. They're careless. Those women are resting in their femininity. They don't have to have their head on a swivel. Why? Because their men have established a community of being a provider and a protector. Do violent things happen? Yes, not at the rate as it does in Pakistan. So black women, we have the trajectory is way different. Going outside your door, you gotta watch, look around. You stop at the light, there's little TT trying to jack you. We have a whole different lifestyle. Not one to be envied by, of course. But yeah, I want to just talk about that for sure. They got their headphones on and iPods. Because they don't have to deal with the danger that resides in Blackistan. Anyway, thanks for listening, people. I will be getting out some more videos. Help you enjoy your weekend. And please, please, I love you. Please be safe out there. Will you agree with me or disagree? It's okay. We can have a conversation. Still love you. I ain't mad. But please be safe out there, because you and I know that dust is everywhere. I'm out.